That's cool. Yeah.
Recording in progress. Gracie, we made it.
Woo.
Two
Another
Aussie
week.
investors. Welcome. We're here. We're always fucking here. Right here. That's where we are. And I'm Anzac, and the ever incredible, the never duplicated, the fantastic, the thunder from down under, Grovesy.
Grovesy. You.
Great news, Grovesy. Lots of shit to talk about. I know we usually do it on a Monday night, but I went to Canberra,
Yeah.
just to
check in on the politicians for the election.
Check out the pollies and the roundabouts,
Yeah. Lots of roundabouts.
Lots of roundabouts.
In Canberra in there.
It's a beautiful city,
Very planned. Very well planned, isn't it?
Well planned. You can get from anywhere to anywhere fast.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
So there you go. We hopefully have a guest speaker on tonight, our first real estate agent. So that's kind of cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
And he's actually my real estate agent. I've known him for a few years. I mean, I guess you could say we're friends, but we're business first. And he watches a couple of Two Aussie Investors and laughs a lot and makes a few comments. So I asked him to come on, and I couldn't believe it when he said yes. I thought, holy shit!
What's his real estate agency? Let's give a shout out.
His name's Jonathan. It's Rain and Horn, one of those ones.
Rain and Horn. Whereabouts?
I like to call it Rain and Horny.
Rain and Horny. Whereabouts though?
In DY. So
in DY.
Northern Beaches. Yeah.
Oh,
Rain and Horny.
There you go.
And his property manager probably does a bit of sales. A few other stuff.
Yeah.
But, so there you go. So he probably wants to talk about that stuff as well, which leads us to Grovesy's points of the day.
The week.
Can you see that?
Yep.
There you go. I could make it bigger if I knew how to.
Yep.
Is that big enough?
That's good.
I'm sure there's a button. There you go. Zoom in. Look at that. Is that better?
Yep. Looks good.
Grovesy's pointers of the day. We got NVX.
Quarterly.
NVX.
Yep.
What the fuck's happening?
Quarterly.
I mean, there's been some we got some good news articles to show. But hang on, we haven't even done what we do in Two Aussie Investors. Let's do it now.
Oh, yeah.
We do.
Oh.
We'll start with property. Then we talk about shares, and we talk about cryptocurrency. We talk about gold, and we talk about NVX. So usually NVX first. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
NVX.
Oh, and crypto.
And other shit. Did I say crypto? Wasn't that in there? I don't even fucking know.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Interest rates.
And also, we're not financial advisors. So
I
don't
forgot
listen
to
to
say
anything
that
we
shit.
say.
Yep. Don't listen to us.
This is just us banging on and
banging on about shit. Yep.
Yeah.
Interest rate rise yesterday, so we've got a couple of things to watch.
Huge news
about there.
Huge news.
Property shit. I mean, it's the same shit, isn't it? Property shit.
Yeah. Property interest rates. It's all intertwined.
Buffett against Bitcoin. He talked about Bitcoin.
That's huge. Actually, let's start with that, I reckon.
Do you want to? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me text John. Come in any time. Is that okay?
So we'll do the Buffett, and then if he comes in, we can talk about property and interest rates.
The link now. Yeah. Boom. I emailed the link now. Okay. Yep. So let's get back to it. Can you see that, Grovesy?
Yep.
Okay.
Now we'd love to get the Crypto King on to.
I think we will get him on too. I think we will.
So after Crypto King listens to this, I'd like to get his opinion.
I actually sent it to the Crypto King.
Doesn't even have to show his face. He can come and we can blank it out like a current affair.
Yeah.
Blank him out.
Yeah, I sent it to the Crypto King. I sent this to the Crypto King, and I even, because I've watched this a little bit, and I said to him, I don't necessarily agree with Buffett. So it says here, Warren Buffett gives his most expansive explanation for why he doesn't believe in Bitcoin. It's a little bit fucking boring, so we'll just watch a bit. Everybody knows who Warren Buffett is. He loves shares, he loves property, and he hates Bitcoin. So let's have a listen. Can you hear that?
Not really, no.
Can you hear that?
Hear it still? No, not really. No, I can't hear it.
Man, you can't fucking hear it.
Can't hear it.
You got to hear that.
No, not really. Can you turn it up on your computer?
Hear that? Okay, all right. Well, we won't do it then. We'll just talk about what he said. So, look, basically, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
He just talks shit about, with farmland. He can talk slow. He's not.
He's about 90.
Yeah, he's not Joe Biden. Don't get me wrong.
No.
He's not fucking that fucked up in the head, but he's on his way.
Yeah.
And he talks, like land, people can rent it, businesses can make money, but Bitcoin never
doesn't actually produce anything.
Does anything. And a big fucking deal. We all fucking know that, don't we?
Yeah.
We all fucking know
gold,
that.
I guess, like we're talking about, gold doesn't do anything either.
Exactly. Like gold does something, as a metal, as a jewelry
product.
But that is a lot more expensive, and it's almost unrelated in many ways because the gold that is used as a commodity sits in fucking banks,
in bank vaults, most of it, 95%,
and it's never fucking seen.
Yeah,
it's never touched.
It's just a store of value,
exactly.
Which is Bitcoin's a digital store of value.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. So
and like we're talking about, probably the better cryptocurrency is Ethereum, because that's the one that's going to actually produce transactions in the future.
Yeah.
We can do it now.
Yep. Yeah. So it can, that
can. It's got a use.
It's got a use. Well, that's the thing is cryptocurrency a form of, can be used as money. Or is it just seen as an investment, as a commodity?
Yeah, like a digital gold. Yeah.
Is it more of a digital gold, or is it more of a digital currency?
I think Bitcoin's like digital gold, and Ethereum's like a digital currency.
And that's where it's going.
I'm not. Yeah, that's where I think it's going. But as me, I'm not huge into crypto. So that's why it'd be great to get the Crypto King on to explain it. Because maybe Bitcoin, you can do, I think you can do transactions on Bitcoin, but I think Ethereum's blockchain's a little bit better in terms of the speed of transactions. So
let's have a look at Bitcoin. So there you go. In a day, it's gone up.
It's gone up big time.
In a week, down up. So it's gone up today. That's only just the past few hours. It moves pretty quick, doesn't it? So month, it's gone down heaps. It's 46 over 46 to what is it now? 38, almost 39. 6 months down. Look at that. I think that was its peak. It hit it a couple of times. Almost 70,000.
Yeah.
1 year. Yeah.
26.
5 years.
Yeah. What's it done? Yeah, but look at the big dips and troughs.
Yeah, so it's had a couple of big pumps.
Yeah.
It's forming a base around that 40,000 American, isn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't seem to go much below that over the last
year. Got to 45 and it's got to 35 really since it's two big pumps. What's it going to do?
Well, some people are saying it'll be worth like 500,000. I've read.
Yeah.
In 10 years' time.
Yeah. I said to you, fucking ages ago, I think when it was like I think it had just popped 40,000 US
Australian,
Australian.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
said to you, what's the chances that it gets to 100,000 Australian or it gets to 10,000? And you said 10,000, but it's got nowhere near that. It's
Nah.
much closer to 100,000 Aussie. It got pretty close to 100,000 Aussie. I think it got to 90 or something like that.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's a bit of Bitcoin. It is a bit.
The Buffett thinks it's going to go to zero.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think if there's people trading it, then it's never going to go to zero. People believe in it, it's not going to go to zero.
Yeah. And
it's the same as gold. Like if you believe bronze is worth more than gold, then the price of bronze will go up. But everyone knows gold's more valuable than bronze.
And
why?
Because the world is
that's just what people have come to. Well, because gold's harder to extract, so therefore it's worth more.
The world and you could say becoming more and more online. Like like I remember we went to New Zealand, and this is a few years ago, and the whole fucking time, all we did was tap, 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 tap. And this is how it is now. And the only time I ever saw any currency was a busker, and I saw the New Zealand money in this guy's buskers,
particularly with COVID now as well. Like it's accelerated it.
Yeah, and this was before. This was fucking a couple of years before then. Yeah. So imagine it now. Now it's unused. So people aren't used to physically seeing money. That money's just fucking zeros on a screen to them. So Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is heaps more normalized, I guess you'd say. Like
it's mainstream. Well, and as we've said, once the institutions got in, then that's when it's going to get backed, because they'll keep it. They'll keep the price support up as well.
Yeah. So there you go. That's Bitcoin. Let's talk. I just saw on this. It said, "Old mate real estate agent has his notifications silenced." You know how it does that sometimes. You can say maybe he's gone to bed. But let's keep going.
Maybe next Monday.
Next Monday, all good.
Do a bit earlier.
Yep. Novanix. So do you want to talk about Novanix? Let's dive right into the good stuff. NVX, ASX. So what the fuck's going on, Grosey?
Oh no, I didn't have a good day today. Yeah, went down. Yeah.
I looked at it when it was down 4%, so I must have looked here. But that is fucking atrocious.
Yeah. I know, it wasn't good.
What the fuck is happening? Yeah. And I'll tell you, what this makes me want to do is I've got to sell something soon, and I'm thinking of buying a bit more. That's what.
Well, as you know, I bought more yesterday.
Exactly. After you telling me that, I just, put your money where your mouth is. Let's have a look at 5 days. Eating shit. It's eating fucking shit. Yeah. Let's have a look at 1 month. That was a month ago. It was a fucking month ago, 7/26. You remember that? We were right on here and we were fucking, this is up. Nothing's going to stop us now. 6 months. So that was, a month ago. Look at that. Boom.
Yeah.
Eating shit. In the past month, that fucking sucks. And look, not long ago, we were here. $12.15. And since then, there's been good news. There's been NASDAQ. There's been, announcements.
I think part of the reason it went down today is because the Fed, everyone's scared that the Fed in America is going to go more than 50 basis points tomorrow or today. We'll find out overnight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If they don't go more than 50 basis points, I reckon we'll get a big surge tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because Novanix is a growth stock, it's tied to interest rates. Is why we've come down from that $12. But
smashed, hasn't it?
But we just need some announcements. Like we still haven't had any announcements. We need some news from the company. That's what we need.
I wanted to
keep
do
the momentum going.
That as a bit of a point too. What do you think will be the next Novanix announcement?
I think, well, as we've been saying for the last couple of months, it's got to be the Biden funding.
Yeah.
Actually, have you got that article? I was thinking about the
I
Biden
do.
funding.
Let's have a look at it right now.
Yeah.
We've got that little Novanix video. Watch that. But I wasn't
Yeah,
getting
that was
sound
cool.
with you, so I'll try it again. This was saying when it actually went up 3%.
Yeah, we had a
Just
good pump on that was on the quarterly.
Yeah.
So there's great things. Like just stop there. Look at the.
This,
yep, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, like
highlights during the 3 months. Okay.
Yeah. So cash flow, blah blah blah. Yep, they spent money, but we've got 211 million in the bank. That's a massive plus. So
Huge.
we're not using debt financing.
Nothing.
So really, interest rates don't affect Novonix at the moment.
Nothing.
Like we got shitloads of cash. They're not going to dilute shareholders anytime soon. And I truly believe we're going to get some government funding coming in pretty soon.
Yep.
No.
Just fucking pisses me off, but we shouldn't be pissed off. What the answer is, if you believe in this company, which we do, and it goes down for these reasons that aren't associated with Novanix itself, that's an opportunity to buy. Yeah,
well, that's what I thought yesterday. I thought it's time to buy.
Yeah,
and because there was that resistance at $5, but for some reason,
we're going to be doing this podcast when Novanix is $25 fucking dollars.
I believe it will be. Yeah,
fucking oath we will be. And we're just going to think, well, all right, it dipped under fucking $4 fucking 61. Holy shit. That's great. That's great buying.
Yeah, it's good buying. Yeah.
I'm getting some.
100%.
I won't be ready till next week, but I'm going to get some.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some. Okay, so there you go. I can try this little video again. Do you want me to try again?
Yeah, try that.
Okay, let me know if you can hear this. Oh, I better press this.
The leader in providing advanced.
Oh yeah, I can hear that now.
You can hear that?
No, can't hear.
Well, I press stop. Okay, let's watch it. Ready?
Yep.
Halifax, Nova Scotia. Novonix Battery Technology Solutions is a leader in providing advanced, high-performance materials, equipment, and services.
I can hear it, but it's not great sound quality. But yeah, I can hear it. It's not great sound quality, but I can hear it.
Okay, cool. Well, it just says Novonix leaders in battery technology.
Yeah.
Since its inception in 2013, Novonix has been focused on technologies and materials that support long, high performance, and cost competitive applications that are powering.
Look at that EV. Love it.
Novonix Battery Technology Solutions focuses on developing cell testing solutions.
Oh, Jonathan has entered the waiting room.
Cool.
Should we just let him in now or finish this Novanix?
Nah, we'll let him in. We'll move on to property. Yep. We've probably done enough on NVX anyway.
Okay. Well, I wanted to do that video.
Okay. Keep it going then.
We've got to do the hello, Jonathan.
G'day, Jonathan.
G'day, Gracie. How are you?
Good. Yourself? Nice to meet you.
Yes, we can see you. Oh, fantastic. Hi. We say Jonathan or John?
I'll have you either way, guys.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Nice. It looks like you're in a white cube.
I'm in the second bedroom, mate.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That works. Oh, great. Nice. Thanks for joining us.
No,
mate,
thanks for joining, Jonathan. Appreciate it.
And I want to say thank you for being the first real estate agent.
Yeah, this is awesome.
2 Aussie Investors.
No,
and what a week to come on with the interest rates up.
I know, right?
Everything's happening. Plenty to talk about.
No, everyone's talking real estate this week.
Yeah, bloody oath.
So what's it like being a real estate agent when you go to a barbecue?
Well, I usually get the first question straight up. What's the market doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What's my place worth?
Yeah.
What's my house worth? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you get a few nightmare stories too, or is it all advice, or
No, I've got plenty of nightmare stories.
Yeah.
I mean, I came into one house one time and they'd been using the public toilet across the road for 2 years
Oh God.
because the toilet hadn't been working for 2 years.
And they just didn't tell
Jeez.
anyone.
No, didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, why wouldn't you tell someone that?
I don't know. Some people.
Yeah,
That'd be
wow.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how they broke the toilet either. Like it was destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's crazy. We're actually just talking about Novonix, Novonix.
Yeah.
Stock. I know you've watched this podcast before that we love, battery technology. And
Mate,
the
it's
other
the way
one,
of the future.
Yeah.
It is the way of the future.
yeah, but it's dumping, John. It's dumping, and it's
I know.
Good time to buy. Good
We
time to
hit
buy.
$10, and then we were sitting at 7 and 8 for a while. Now we're down to 5 again.
I
Well, it's
know.
460. It's gone to
It
460.
dropped even more
I can't
today.
believe it.
Jesus.
Grovesy's bought a bit more. I'm going to probably buy a bit more too next
Yeah.
week. I mean, if it stays down there,
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
There's going to be some US government funding coming through.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a matter of time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I guess
But everything's a risk. There's nothing certain. But
yeah, true.
Nothing gained, nothing ventured.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I guess your favorite investment, I'm guessing, is property.
Of course it is.
Yeah, because
What pays the bills?
yeah. And we love property too, Grosy and I.
Yeah.
But we just tend to talk about Novonix more than anything else. But like we do
We're a bit
love property.
obsessed,
Believe me, we
Novonix.
do. We do.
Property is our first love, really. That's what that got us into investing in the first
definitely.
place.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's because Novonix is pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think that's why we get a bit obsessed with it, because there's so much news. Well, over the last 12 months as well, it's just been going nuts.
Especially with everything going on there. And I read that article that Julian sent me a couple of weeks ago about the million-mile battery. Like, that's huge stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
and that's
beyond million mile. The what did they call it? The Centurion battery.
the Centurion battery. The battery will last for life. Yeah. Which will be used in a lot of applications.
Imagine that. Imagine a battery that lasts for 100 fucking years.
Oh, it'll be amazing. I mean, it'll be like buying a car back in the old days. You just keep, as long as you keep it running, it'll run forever.
Yeah.
Because anyway, there you go. Talking shit. Let's talk a bit about property. Is that okay?
Of course we can.
So interest rates rising. I'm just going to share screen. Is that okay? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. If I go here, and we'll say goodbye to Novonix, and I'll click the next. How about this? RBA announces first interest rate rises in 11 years. I mean, that's huge, yeah? That is huge. 11 years as inflation skyrockets. So that's why they did it. Inflation's gone up. It wasn't a surprise to anyone, was it?
No.
I didn't think so. I mean, I thought we were due to... I mean, to be honest, I thought they would wait till after the election, but I figured it would happen any time now.
Yeah.
I think probably the surprise was how much they went. I think a lot of people were saying they're only going to go like 0.15 rather than 0.25.
Yeah, I mean, 5 base points is big stuff from them straight out of the gate. So I think when they said we're going to hit...
it went up 0.25, right?
0.25.
Yeah.
But most people were saying it's only going to go up 0.15.
Yeah.
So
what the fuck is going on here? I've got this Piers porn excuse. I don't want to watch this shit. Did I just click the wrong thing or something?
I don't know.
This is all part of the... So let's just go there and hit there. Look, see if this works. There you go. Click to unmute. This might work, okay? Tell me.
Free ASX trades.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll turn that off because that's just an ad. Yeah, so it's gone up. Now the interest rate is 0.35%. Yep.
Yeah, correct.
And so banks are like 2%ish now, you know,
Yeah.
a bit over. Here you go. Oh, it's just sound. So Aussie homeowners have been dealt a massive blow. I mean, is it a massive fucking blow? Like, really? Is this a massive
Not at this
blow?
stage. I mean, probably you'll find the next 30 days, a lot of banks will up their fees to the point where it's going to cost the average person between 60 and 200 bucks, depending on how much they've got in a mortgage. But
but that's a bit fucking exaggeration. Massive fucking blow. Like,
of
Jesus,
course.
Yeah,
fucking-
that's the media blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah. It's
Forget the click
nobody
again.
was surprised, you know.
Yeah.
No.
It's an interest rate rise. It's still fucking low. Does everybody agree?
It
It's still
historically
fucking
low. Well, 0.1 is the lowest it's ever been in history.
Exactly.
I remember being
Of course
7% for years.
Yeah,
And
it had to come up at some point. Right.
and it's gone up for two reasons, right? One, inflation, yeah, but also because the economy is doing better, right?
Yeah.
Well, is it? So it's a supply issue. It's not really a demand issue. That's why I personally don't think. Like, I've heard reports of banks saying it's going to go up to 3%, but I think that's wrong because it's more of a supply issue. Once the supply chains get back in check, then the inflation is going to drop. And I don't think that there is demand. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a massive demand problem. It's a supply problem. In that oil, because of the war and because we're putting sanctions on Russia, there's not enough supply. The demand's there, but it's a supply issue, not demand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me hit play. You're not going to believe it. We're only got 10 minutes left. I did say before, I've got a 40-minute limit on my Zoom, and I do that too. So we hurry up.
It condenses us because otherwise we waffle.
Yeah, we waffle on. So let's watch a little bit more. What's the next say? The RBA announced it would lift Australia's cash rate by 25 point. Yeah. Nobody's surprised. You know, still low. Was expected, you know, okay. Experts agreed 15 points. I mean, that's fuck all difference. 25 basis points and 15. First rate since 2010. I'm going to mute this. I'm sick of this music. Inflation. Yeah, it's all about inflation.
Yeah.
Showing NAB, aren't they the fucking heroes? You know, Westpac, they're just as bad as each other. Okay, sitting at historic low since 2020. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's the
So
news.
Jonathan, what's your opinion? Do you think rates are going to? Do you think it's going to go up to like 3% from here?
I think we'll hit. Yeah, no. I think we'll hit maybe not 3, but I think we'll hit 2 something because I agree, Greg, it's a supply issue. And I think, look, I mean, touch wood, haven't quite got the crystal ball, but I think supply problems will iron themselves out. I think by the end of this year,
Yeah,
I think
I
we'll
agree.
start seeing a bit more leveling off of those sorts of things, which will then, I think, bring down a few things. But I think there's a lot of companies are taking advantage of the fact that like they can charge more and they're not exactly going to drop their prices anytime soon.
Yeah, true.
You know what we talked about last week that we should be talking about this week too is rents rising, you know?
Yes.
Like rents rising.
Yeah.
It seems like when rents rise, it's never good news. The media always portray it as bad news. Oh, rent's rising, it's bad news. But if you own a property or, you know, and you live in it or you own investment property, that's good news, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, to be honest, I think there's a perfect storm coming because since 2020 to basically now, a heap of investors got out of the market because they were getting really good capital return versus
You mean
fall
sold?
in rent.
Yeah.
Because they got out because they went, well, my unit's doubled or if not tenfold for some of them, or houses have gone up a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to get less rent over the next few years. I might as well sell it, pay off the debt, put the money towards something else.
Yep.
I mean, the one of those articles I sent you, Julian, from basically the company that runs realestate.com, they've come out, they're predicting that 20% of properties on the market right now for sale are investment properties, but there's only 8% of investors buying properties.
Wow.
So it just shows that there's a big gap there of people coming in and people coming out.
Yeah.
So there's so what you're saying, there's less properties for rent, becoming available.
Well, because I was flicking through Anglicare, so they're basically the church community that do subsidy housing, but they do a study every March every year to basically analyze the market, and they came up with that. Over the past decade, on average, there's 170 properties in New South Wales for rent on one period. In March, there was only 130 this year.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's a pretty, it's not a huge jump, but if that's where we're heading, it'll be 100,000 in no time.
Yeah.
I guess also, there hasn't been as many being built over the last 2 years because you just physically couldn't go out and build it. People were stuck at home.
Yep.
So the supply's not, once again, the supply's not there.
Right. And, a lot of these places were on Airbnb and now they're rented to people,
Yeah.
And maybe, and now there's people coming into Australia, the students, the professionals, people are starting to come in and they all need places.
Yeah, well, 500,000 people basically left in 2020 when all this started, and they're now coming back.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for the last few years, either their place was sold or their property was changed into something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's finding housing for those people.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I can give you an actual real world example. Like my place in St Kilda, I had to rent it out for $415 in January, and I just saw one in the same apartment block today, advertised for rent for
everything.
Exactly the same for $490. So that's in 3 months.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
So what you got
in 3 months? I got $415. It's coming up for rent in another 3 months, and I'll be pumping it up to $490.
Yeah,
because that's the going rate. So I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, wow, it's actually gone up that much in 3 months.
And percentage wise, what's that? That's 90.
It's like nearly 20%.
Yeah, that's
20% in 3 months.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
which is phenomenal. I couldn't believe it. Like you hear all the reports in the media, but then I actually saw a real world example today. I was like, wow, okay, this is real.
No, I'm seeing it every day. I mean, but I've even got tenants walking in offering more money.
Yeah.
Really?
Right now,
Wow.
if right now, if you've got a 3-bedroom house in this area for lease, let's say you were getting 800 or 900 a couple of years ago, you're now getting 11, 1200, 1300, and it's a few years ago that was like, oh, it's really going to be like a hard push to get them leased. But now it's people walk in and go, what if I pay an extra $100 a week? And I'm like, you're willing to put an extra $5,000 on the table right now just so you can get it? Like it's
Are there going to be too people that rented places over the pandemic and got good prices that are just going to, not say anything and just kind of just pay the rent? And it's just
there's so many people that are going to try and stay as quiet as
they're on
possible.
a good wicket. I'm just saying there's a lot of people on a good wicket now too.
Heaps of people on a good wicket.
Yeah.
Have you seen many people that were like stuck at home with mum or dad or moved, stay with their brother or sister or whatever, and now looking to get back out on their own? Is that a lot as well?
I had a few share houses. Exactly what happened beginning of 2020. I mean, like one of the flatmates was like a bartender or something, so they're like, okay, let's all get out, we'll all go back home because we're all in our early 20s, or some of them were still in their teens. We'll go home, and now things are settling, and beginning of this year they started looking for something, and they just can't find
out. COVID's over. They want their jobs are back, and interesting, isn't it?
Well, and plus, I guess we're going to have immigration coming in as well in the next 6 months, 6 to 12 months.
Those 500,000 people are going to come back, and we've got no room for them. I mean, like we're going to either have to have a big boom in housing, but again, where are they going to go? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, a lot of investors have actually left the market because it was,
Well,
because there weren't renters for 2 years for one, and
yeah, I mean,
they'd made the capital gains and sell out.
I saw some landlords that were losing, like they were getting basically 20-30% less. I mean,
Heaps of
Yeah, well,
landlords have lost
same as me.
money.
I didn't have a tenant for about three months. I mean, compared to
Yeah.
other people, that was nothing. But
no,
you
but
know, it's
like
it's
that
still
was normal. I mean, I was renting a unit in Artarmon for, I think it was $720 in 2019. In 2020, I got $500 a week for it.
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
exactly.
And that,
But,
and
but
that,
now is it back at that 720, or do you think it's
not
higher?
yet. I mean, not yet for that area. That area got hit really
Yeah.
hard because
Yeah.
of anything on a train line got hit hard.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well, like South Bank here in Melbourne got hit massively, and same as Docklands, because that's, and all the inner city Melbourne got hit massively because that's where all the students and of course,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
young people tend to live.
I think it was the city that got hit here. Like my little shithole in Potts Point and Darlinghurst.
They're not that bad, Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're managed
actually
well.
you there right now.
Yeah.
That is big. It's not that you can't swing a cat, you can't swing a rat, you know, you can't swing a mouse. Unfortunately, I think that's it.
Location.
That's all the time we got. One last question for John Grovesy. What is it?
What do you love about property?
It's never dull.
That's true. It's certainly not.
Right.
Dull. Yeah, never boring. Everybody loves talking about property, don't they? They do.
Of course they do. I've never known someone that hates property. Even like tenants will always ask good questions.
Yeah.
Investors always ask good questions. Even people that have owned their home have no idea what it's worth, have lived in it for 25, 30 years. Yeah.
Gracie, we need to talk about property more, you know?
I know. We get distracted with Novonics. With